A very good morning, my dear students. I welcome you all in the online English class. Today, I am going to start the class with a new lesson, Tsunami. Children, do you know about tsunami? Okay, let's me explain. Actually, tsunami is a series of waves in a water body caused by the displacement of a large volume of water, generally in an ocean or a large lake. And earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other underwater explosions above or below water all have the potential to generate a tsunami. So, at first, we read the whole lesson perfectly. Tsunami. So, let's start the lesson. Lesson number 10, Tsunami. It was a beautiful morning with the sun shining brightly in the sky. The people on the beach were enjoying the pleasant sunshine. Some were taking a swim in the cool waters. Some others were traveling by speed boats. Children were playing in the waves. At a distance, there were two or three ships sailing along quietly in the calm waters. Fishermen were also down by the beach collecting fish. The tourists in the restaurants near the beach were talking merrily and watching all the fun over their breakfast. It seemed like a perfect day. All of a sudden, a loud hissing sound came from the sea. A giant wave was heading towards the shore at great speed. It sent speed boats flying across the tops of waves like matchsticks. Fishing boats were upturned with the fishermen still holding on to them. When the locals saw this, they yelled, big wave, and told the people to leave the place. People started screaming and running with their bags and babies. Some people climbed the nearest rock, some clung to poles and trees or anything they could grab. Then the sea, in all its fury, came further inwards and swept away everything in the streets. The waves descended upon the shops, houses, and restaurants in the lanes. The moving water carried away furniture, beach umbrellas, pots and pans, cots, mattresses, uprooted trees, and everything that came in its way. Within minutes, thousands of unsuspecting people were engulfed by a wall of sea water. When the ocean finally receded, it left thousands of people dead and a lot more homeless. we call this is a tsunami. It is one of the many natural disasters that cause a huge destruction of lives and property. The word tsunami, pronounced tsunami, comes from two Japanese words. Su means harbor and nami means wave. So, tsunami means a harbor wave. Have you ever wondered how these tsunamis are caused? Well, tsunamis are caused when there is a disturbance such as an earthquake or a volcano deep under the ocean. An underwater earthquake is the most common cause of a tsunami. But not every earthquake causes a tsunami. The earthquake must measure at least 7.0 on the Richter scale to cause a tsunami. But why do these underwater earthquakes happen? They happen because some areas of the Earth's crust push into each other and build up pressure. The pressure builds and builds until the areas under the Earth's crust releases all the energy in the form of an earthquake. When the underwater earthquake is large enough, the floor of the ocean makes movements. Therefore, the water above the sea floor also moves. The water is then pushed upwards and this becomes the tsunami wave. It travels at very high speeds of up to 600 miles per hour. The wave has plenty of room to move, but when it gets near the shore, the wave starts to build in height because the water has nowhere to travel. The first wave that can grow up to 30 meters high at the beach will usually be followed by more waves that are even more dangerous. Eventually, the wave hits the shore and then travels inland. However, the wave settles down and all the water that came onto land from the tsunami moves back into the ocean. Unfortunately, such large amounts of water can cause loss of lives and property if people are not warned of the danger. But then, how do we identify a tsunami? The difference between a tsunami wave and a normal wave is the extreme distance between one wave crest to the next wave crest. When a tsunami wave approaches the land, the water will be pulled back into the sea by enormous currents. If the people on the beach notice the water on the seabed getting drained, they will have a few minutes to escape to higher ground. And do you know that a young girl noticed the early signs of a tsunami and warned all the people on the beach? But how did she know of it? She had learnt all about it in her geography class. So, my dear students, reading part is over. So, let's start the explanation part. It was a beautiful morning with the sun shining brightly in the sky. So it was a pleasant morning and sun is shining brightly in the sky. The people on the beach were enjoying the pleasant sunshine. So all the people were enjoying in the beach with the pleasant sunshine. Some were taking a swim in the cool waters. Some people were taking swimming in cool water. Some others were traveling by speedboats, and some were traveling by speedboats. Children were playing in the waves. All the children were playing in the waves. At a distance, there were 2 or 3 ships sailing along quietly in the calm waters. In a little distance, 2 or 3 ships were sailing quietly in the cool and silent water. Fishermen were also down by the beach collecting fish. And fishermen also, they were also down by the beach to collecting the fish. The tourists in the restaurants near the beach were talking merrily and watching all the fun over their breakfast. So all the tourists in the restaurants enjoying near the beach with happiness and watching all the fun over their breakfast. It seemed like a perfect day. So it looks like a perfect day. So children, today I am going to stop here, and leftover part of explanation I will continue in the next class. So my dear students, you must read this lesson very nicely and perfectly with good pronunciation at home. Thank you and have a great day.